हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हो आप लोग। माई सेल्फ चेतन गर्ग, आई एम मास्टर टीचर here at Vedantu. I welcome you all to our RMO flashback series. In today's session, we will be discussing first two questions of year 1998. Both of these questions are very easy. In fact, they are very easy questions of year 1998. One question is from geometry, basic application of cyclic orbital, right? And the other one is from number theory, right? Just a basic application of prime numbers, right? So as you will see in the solutions, both these questions are quite doable, right? Both these questions are very easy. And before starting the session, I'll give you one information that currently here at Vedantu, we are running pre-RMO, RMO and INMO batches, right? And for all the details regarding pre-RMO batches, you should visit our website olympiad.vedantu.com. Here we have provided each and every information regarding pre-RMO batches, right? And those who have already cleared pre-RMO or RMO, they should mail me their name, class, contact number, address, and proof that you have cleared either of these exams on this email ID, right? chetan.garg@vedantu.com. Those who have cleared pre-RMO, we will simply enroll you to RMO batches, and those who have cleared RMO, we will simply enroll you to INMO batches, right? Both these batches are completely free of cost. You do not need to pay even a single rupee to enroll in these batches, because the ultimate aim is to bring gold for India, and that's why we have kept these batches to be free, right? So let's start our session. This is the first question of year 1998, and if you have not done this question, I'll suggest you to just take 5 or 10 minutes of yours and please solve this question. I hope you'll definitely be able to solve this question. If still you are stuck at some point, you can always come back to this video and watch the replay, right? So we will start with this question with the solution. The question states that ABCD is a convex polyhedral in which angle BAC is 50, angle CAD is 60, angle CBD is 30, and angle BDC is 25, right? If E is the point of intersection of AC and BD, we need to find angle AEB. All right, let's draw a polyhedral. Angle BAC is given to be okay, let's name it as A, this is B, and let's assume this is a quadrilateral, right? Angle BAC is 50. All right, my drawing is not that good, so kindly angle BAC. All right, let's join this. Angle BAC is 50. Angle CAD, this is 60 degree, right? And what else we have given? CBD. All right, angle CBD, this angle is given to be 30 degree, right? And angle BDC is given to be 25 degree, right? All right, so this is the information. And if E is the point of intersection of AC and BD, so let's assume this point to be E. And what we need to find? We need to find angle AEB. This angle is what we need to find, right? All right, so if you clearly if you observe one thing, this 60 degree angle, this is 60 degree is nothing but this is twice of this angle, right? This is 2 times 30 degree. This is a simple observation. And this 50 degree, right? That angle was 50 degree. This 50 degree is nothing but this is twice of this angle, 25 degree, right? Do you remember anything that कि ऐसा कोई property होता था? Some property was like that. Angle subtended at something is twice the angle subtended at something, right? Yes, exactly. In a circle, so if we consider a circle with center A, and let's draw a circle whose center A is A, right? And that passes through BDC, right? So clearly CD is a chord and that subtends an angle of 30 degree at the circumference, and it subtends double at the center. And since BC also does the same part, so BC subtends an angle of 25 degree at the circumference and at the center. So A must be the circumcenter of the triangle BCD, right? So this is a simple observation, right? By this observation, we can simply say that the circumcenter of BCD will simply be is A, right? And since if this is A, this angle is how much? 110 degree, right? So this angle and this angle will be nothing but half of 70, that will be 35 degree. But we are interested in angle BAEA, right? That is angle AEB, right? So AEB will be nothing but 180 degree minus 50 minus 35, right? So that comes out to be how much? 95 degree, right? So answer to this question, that is angle AEB, that will be nothing but 95 degree, right? So this question, as you can see, this is purely based on a simple observation that whether you'll be able to observe this thing or not. Since this is done by the two chords, so A must be the circumcenter of triangle BCD. And if you observe this thing that A is the circumcenter, then rest all is an easy work, right? This is a simple calculation, right? Right. So answer to this question will be 95 degree, right? Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 2 of year 1998. Again, this is also an easy question. If you have not tried this question, just try it. I'm sure you'll be able to solve this question, right? So the question says that let n is a positive integer and p1, p2, pn and so on, right? Here a symbol is missing and so on. Pn are n prime numbers, right? All larger than 5. Okay, every prime number is greater than 5, such that 6 divides this thing, right? 6 divides this, right? Then we need to prove something that 6 will also divide n, right? So one thing, that any prime number greater than 5 will be of the form, can you tell me? It will be of the form, either of the form 6k plus 1 or it will be of the form 6k plus 5, right? Because it cannot be of the form 6k plus 2, 6k plus 4, or let's say 6k plus or of the form 6k, because these all are even numbers and any number greater than 5 cannot be any prime number greater than 5 cannot be an even number. And it will not be of the form 6k plus 3 because this is a multiple of 3, and if this is a multiple of 3, then any prime number greater than 5 cannot be a prime number if it is a multiple of 3, right? So we are left with only two possibilities, 6k plus 1 and 6k plus 5, and we can combine these possibilities like 6k plus minus 1, right? So any prime number greater than 5 will be of the form 6k plus 1 or 6k minus 1, right? So this will implies each of p1, p2, p3 and so on up to pn, they should be of the form 6k plus 1 or 6k minus 1. Let's square this thing, 6k plus minus 1 square, that will be simply of the form 6m plus 1, right? Both, either we take plus 1 or we take 6k minus 1, this whole square will be of the form 6m plus 1, right? So this p1 square will also be of the form 6m plus 1, p2 square will be of the form 6m plus 1 and so on, right? And if that is, this should be 6m plus 1 plus 6, let's say n plus 1 plus and so on, right? Not exactly n, let's assume it to be anything, let's assume 6x plus 1 and so on, right? N terms, right? So this will be nothing but a multiple of 6, let's assume 6 times capital A plus this n. Now if this thing is divisible by 6, clearly this thing is divisible by 6, so that will simply imply that n should be divisible by 6, right? And this is in fact what we need to prove, n should be divisible by 6, right? So in this particular question, all you need to know is just two things, in fact just one thing, that any prime number greater than 5 will be of the form 6k plus 1 or it will be of the form 6k plus 5, and 6k plus 5 can also be written as 6k minus 1. Square of that will be of the form 6m plus 1, right? Now if we add n squares of such type, right, and numbers of this type, what we will end up with a multiple of 6 plus this n. And if, as suggested in the question, this is clearly divisible by this sum is clearly divisible by 6 as written in the question, so this will simply imply that n should be divisible by 6, right? So as you can see that both of these questions are very easy, and in fact it takes hardly 5 to 7 minutes to solve these questions, right? Both the questions, right? So that's it from today's session. Today we have discussed question number first and question number second of year 1998, and both these questions were very easy. And before ending the session, I'll again give the information to you that those who have already cleared pre-RMO or RMO or even NTSC or have any other academic achievement, they should mail me their name, class, contact number, address and proof of your achievement to this email ID chetan.garg@vedantu.com. We will try to enroll you as soon as possible to RMO, INMO, or maybe to pre-RMO batches, right? So see you in the next session. In the next session, we will be discussing next two questions of year 1998. Till then, take a very good care of yourself. Thank you. Bye bye.